Hey everyone, welcome back to Chris Vivi Journey. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the artist proof editions, the new two artist proof editions by Adam Kubert and Peach Momoko. Um, yeah, let's get right into it. Just some facts about the artist proof editions. So let me get right down here. That's much easier. So yeah. So we got three artist proof editions earlier in the app. That was pretty nice. I guess the big one was the Scotty Young Spider-Man that went for 31,000, 38,000, something around that. Was snatched by Dr. Profit, um, which wasn't surprising. What did surprise me was actually that we didn't see a higher amount bid on the Sarah Pichelli Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one. I was expecting that one to get higher. But yeah, so I just wanted to give some info about these two, what I did find out. So one thing I noticed is, so the Wolverine one by Adam Kubert, there was actually an Instagram post from back in the day. So you can see this has a physical copy in the real world. I couldn't find out if that one has been sold already. I didn't see anyone holding it. So it might be still in his possession, or maybe it was someone who just bought it and never put it online. We didn't get any prices, so I don't know about that. And that is always something I think about when I place my bids here. I mean, okay, I'll be honest, my bids are way too low. For as long as people are really want these pieces, I don't think any of my bids will matter. But I still try. Like at some point, I guess when we have more releases, there will be some pieces that not so many people will bid on, and as long as it's a piece of art I can enjoy, I think I will keep bidding on them. So that's interesting. But the thing is, I don't bid too much on the ones that have physical counterparts. Like what I really liked about it, and I caught this. I said when they bring 101 pieces, that would be the perfect um, idea to bring 101 pieces from digital artists, and they did. Like the Scotty Young one is semi-digital piece. The Sarah Pichelli one, that was actually 100% digital piece. That was perfect. Um, this is the occasion where I think these NFTs can really thrive when you have a purely digital piece, and then you have an original as an NFT. That is really special, in my opinion. So this one has a physical piece, and if you don't own also the physical piece, it's always like you're missing something. Like for me, that's how I see it. Um, but just because I value the digital pieces so much, because we have quite a bunch of digital artists right now that work purely digital, and yeah, for those guys that would be the next best thing, right? Because they can't sell otherwise their original art. So just a second. Yeah, so let's look at the original piece. So this is the real cover from Wolverine 107 back from 1988. Uh, not from 1998, from 1996, and it was the 1988 run. So interestingly enough, the writer was Larry Hama, which is kind of funny. So yeah, that is a red, black, and white piece. So that was really reduced in the colors. It's an interesting one, but honestly, that wouldn't have been like my first choice for an Adam Kubert cover. It is cool. I'm not saying it's not cool, but yeah, there's quite a bunch of pieces I would prefer. Still bid on it, right? So it's still nice. Yeah, but there's not much to say about it. If you enjoy this artwork, you can get the comic book pretty cheap. This is not an expensive book. It's a pretty cheap book, easy to get. That is not a problem. And then we have the second one. This is the Ghost Spider one. So this by Peach Momoko, and Peach Momoko really is kind of at her peak in the comic industry. Since 2018, she has done so many covers for Marvel. She had her own run of comic books. She's she's literally on fire. It doesn't get any better than this. So this is pretty cool, and this is hard to get if you want to have the comic book. Like regularly, you have an easy way to get the comic book, and then if you want original art, you have to pay much. This is different. Like if you want this comic book in 9.8, I think they're around $1,000. I was looking at some eBay sales. It's a little bit tough. Like the 9.6 is at $500, the last sale, and then there's like two books together, 1,850. So I guess you can kind of say around $1,000 for the 9.8. So having that in mind doesn't make it so bad anymore if you spend a little bit extra here on that piece. And as far as I know, and it's not even knowing, it's more like guessing. I don't think Peach Momoko is doing anything digital. Like I haven't seen her draw digital, but I haven't seen her draw much anyway, so I not want to say anything wrong here. But I guess that is also a physical piece, which I also wasn't able to hunt down and find maybe a seller for it. But also great piece. It looks really great, right? It was a 1 in 25 ratio variant. So usually these are not that expensive. So it is really expensive because people dig the artwork. So that is special. So that is a really, really special piece. Really interesting. But again, also there's a physical counterpart in the world. At least I guess. Her style, I don't think it makes sense if there's anything digital about it. I don't think so. I think this is purely physical. Yeah, but awesome. I mean, there's I even looked up her Wikipedia because there's so much to talk about it. Like she's done so much. Like this is her career starting in 2008, and then you scroll all the way down. This is 2018 here. This is when she started doing comic work. Like before that, she was doing so much stuff, and she already has something like the Momokoverse going on for Marvel. Like it's immensely. She even got an Eisner Award, right? She got an Eisner Award as best cover artist in 2021. Like it doesn't get better. Having an Eisner Award is like having an Oscar if you're in the movies. Like it doesn't get better in the Western world. I mean, she's from Japan, so there's also other stuff going on, but still, like having an Eisner is just too good. So this is her website. As you can see, she's really much inspired by horror movies and stuff. So her style in her original work is pretty different from what you see a lot of times on her comic book art. So that's interesting. Yeah, so that's really nothing I can give you as an advice here, just some info about it. I hope that's interesting. Um, yeah, so much about it. I hope this is helpful. If it is, leave a like, subscribe if you want to. That would be great. And we'll see you with the next news. See you around, guys. Bye bye.